I am doing a quick garden check-in on some of the seedlings that I transplanted out on March 31st. So we'll start over here next to my compost bin. So backstory, I had started some sweet peas and they were doing well, and then ended up putting them outside to begin the hardening off process, and forgot them outside, and it was actually still cold. We still had some spurts of cold during that time, and forgot them outside, and they did not recover. And so I ended up starting some more from seed, and so they did well. And so in my prior video of talking about sweet peas, I had also pinched them, but I opted not to pinch these. And so I grew them on the inside from seed, and then I dug a little trench here and filled it with a little compost. And I had started them, as I did in my prior video, in cardboard rolls, either from paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls. And so I just put the entire thing in the ground. And so this is what they are looking like, and they were started transplanted out on March 31st. So those are the sweet peas. They are doing well. Another seedling that was transplanted out was my tomato seedlings. And so I have one over there that seems to be doing good, and that one seems to be doing good. My tomato varieties that I have are the indeterminate variety. And so from what I've learned is that means they will grow to an indeterminate height. Let me see if there's a better way to explain that. There is no true idea of how tall they will get, basically. And so my last growing season, I did not know they were the indeterminate variety that I grew, and they grew upwards, I believe, 8 or so feet. And I'm expecting the same thing for these. And so instead of using tomato cages, I'm going to grow them along my ladder mesh trellis here that I have. This is ladder mesh that I got from Home Depot, and these cost about $5 per piece. And so I have 2 pieces here. And so basically I have a tomato seedling there and there, and my goal is to grow it, and hopefully it will grow upward, and then I will train it to overlap with the arch. So we will see, but they are doing good. Another one was my tomatillos. I have the purple and green, and then my pepper plants there, and they were transplanted on the 31st. Look at these snapdragons. So these have been overwintered, and so they are looking so good. I didn't pull them, I just left them in the beds. And at one point I believe I was concerned about them, but they are looking so good. Over here, I did the same thing with some more tomato seedlings. And as you can see, look at that little spider there. That's one of those, I believe, orb weave spiders, and they're supposed to be good for the garden. I had some of these last year, or last growing season. My only thing is, get somewhere where I don't have to move you out of the way. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. But as you can see, those seedlings down there are doing good too. They were transplanted on the 31st. Now, I've been had these strawberries in here. Look at here. These strawberries were bought from Lowe's. And so as you can see, we already have little strawberries. Now, the one thing I am missing is straw. I believe I've done everything right in regards to my strawberry plants, but I don't have the straw. And you want straw around them to help keep the soil moist. So I have to get that. All right, the other thing that was transplanted on the 31st was, this is another pepper plant here, and it is doing good. Here are some more snapdragons that were overwintered. Now, they are not as full of bloom as the other ones, but I am so excited to see these pops of color in the garden. In my prior video, I spoke about this spinach and lettuce. And as you can see, that lettuce has definitely bolted, but I got my harvesting basket that has been stored in my gardening area, and I am going to harvest that today. Bachelor buttons. Now these were not, of course they've been growing over some time, but as you can see, we have more and more bloom. I am loving the pops of blue. Now in the past, or in a prior video, I believe I had said that I probably wouldn't grow bachelor's buttons again, but because I am loving the pops of blue in my garden, I may have to change my mind about that, but we will see. The other great thing I want to highlight is my ranunculus. We have one that has bloomed. Isn't she a beauty? This was my first time growing them. And so you can look at a prior video where I share details about starting them from the corms, but it's looking so good. And these are ranunculus, and these are ranunculus too. And then here are some more snapdragons. So pretty. And then the final transplantation seedling that we had was this. And so this is my Scarlet runner bean. And in one of my prior videos, I had mentioned that, you know, I could tell it was time to transplant my seedlings out, some of them, because of how they were looking. And so I just felt like they were not getting the nutrients that they were needing in those cell trays. And it was just time to transplant them. And so as we can see, it is looking much happier in its container. Now I do need to add some more soil. So at the time, my goal was just to transplant it out because it was looking so sad. But the plan is to have a cattle panel here to go up and over. And then my goal is for that to vine over that cattle panel. And so yes, this is where we are. This video was primarily supposed to be about transplantation, just an update to see how everything was doing. But it's just so exciting to be out here and just see the little pops of color and the things that are in bloom. So this is where we are. My pansies have taken a hit. They definitely need some water. Some other things have gone to seed, but that's okay. That is okay. There is still beauty in all of this. So as you can see, the things that were transplanted are definitely doing good. Things are in bloom. I am about to harvest because I have this basket out here because I've said this in too many videos now. And we will go from there. All right, as always, I will chat with you soon.